Brush fire racing up hillsides, destroying everything in its path. In LA, it has become far too common. The Los Angeles City Fire Department goes all out, tackling wildfires by throwing everything they have at it. Axes, chainsaws, hoses, helicopters, and bulldozers. Firefighting bulldozers.
Okay, we'll make that happen.
This is LAFD Captain 2, Richard Deedy, commander of the Wildland Fuel Management Division.
It's not a very good plan to train while we're actually fighting a real fire, so whatever we can do to simulate that particular event without exposing people to the dangers of real fire, that's kind of a better scenario.
Seldom seen fighting fires, the bulldozer operators do more than clear brush to create a fire break. Firefighter Wes Schroeder trains the newest bulldozer operators ahead of fire season.
So basically, we're providing easy access for the hand crews. So if there's fire up in here, you saw the engines in the background, they've got water. The guys they're doing their progressive hose lay. So now it's easier for them to, instead of trying to lug everything through the heavy brush, now we've made a nice pass for them to get in there. The other thing it does too, if there's a fire to the south or the north and it's pushing this way towards the homes, now we've got 3 or 4 dozer blades wide of clear down to mineral earth, and then the incident commander can call in an airdrop for the FOS check. You see the pink stuff coming out of the big planes. That's the FOS check, is the fire prevention stuff. Helps to prevent the fire from breaking. So it'll burn right up to it and then stop. That's the thought process behind that.
So the main task for this dozer is a fire-rated dozer, so we have fire curtains on the inside here, but also it can be used for moving debris such as mudslides, at big trash pile overhauls, at big construction fires. If we didn't have these brakes in here, the fire would have an easier time going canyon from the canyon. But this brake, if we had a fire in this one canyon right here, it has the potential to hold up on this ridge or that ridge, depending on what side it's on. And so that would stop less fire loss and fire damage.
Working so close to the fire, bulldozers are equipped with oven glass and other protections from flames.
You'll see some aluminum foil that's rolled up. It's kind of up on the top of the glass. So that is what they would use as a heat curtain that comes down. How do we minimize it? If it's too hot, we do what they call leading the fire. If this is your fire and they're cutting line like this, and if they're right up against it and it's too hot, obviously they don't just sit there until they burn. You'll see them kind of pull off the fire, and they're putting their line in. So by the time they're all moving up here, this fire is now making contact with their line, and it burns up their line as they're going, so they're not taking all the heat. That's why the helicopters come, that's why the hose line comes in. The hose line can put the fire out so that they are able to work closer to it, and then the aircraft will be dropping out in front to try to suppress the big fire.
Getting bulldozers to fires is not easy. It's a wide load on LA roads full of traffic.
I'm just pushing people as far left as I can so they can make it around just so the heavy equipment can make it around.
Years ago, our unit was staffed with 22 people at one point, many years ago. So before you had all the interface with the homes and everything, much of the LA basin was wildland. So we have about 60 miles of fire roads that we maintain within the city. And then there's other projects that we're always on top of as far as fixing the drainages in those fire roads. So you never know, one day we come in, we're doing one thing, next thing we're doing something else the next day.